Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3. At the end of last episode, I'd said something about replacing our gear. We're not going to do that just yet. I actually have something else planned. For this episode, we're going to divert most of our attention to this quest over here. This one here, the Warble of a Smitten Knight. Let's get some context here. Tradition has sanctified two codes of conduct in Toussaint, the teachings of the prophet Labiota and the chivalric principles which guide its knights. These latter call for young men to prove their abilities through feats of daring during tourneys. One such knight, Guillaume, sought to stand out from the rest by fighting a Shalmar and was injured as a result. Afterwards, he pleaded with Geralt to visit him in the medic's tent. He said he had a very urgent matter to discuss. Alright. So this is one of the main side quests here in Toussaint, and basically the very first main side quest that we will be tackling in this DLC. There is a very specific reason that we're going to do this right now, and that is I have talked about the 5 chivalric virtues throughout my journeys here in Toussaint, and we will need to fulfill at least one action from each of the 5 virtues. So I always miss one of them, but you know what the 5 virtues are. We've basically already completed most of these requirements except for one. And this side quest here is going to be one of the easiest access points to the one we're missing, which is honor. Yes, honor as a witcher and just as a knight, apparently. And obviously, these 5 virtues are going to be important in another side quest later on in the game, which I will mention probably either later this episode or in the next one. For now, though, we need to visit Guillaume in the medic's tent. There he is. He's basically been taking out a commission because of the Shalmar. Actually, if you think about it, what's he called? Milton and... Why did I forget the other guy's name? The other guy that's not Milton. The something Lawnfall. What the hell? I forgot his name. But anyway, that guy should also be taking out a commission because he totally died during that Shalmar fight. He's not actually dead, but you see, he was like knocked unconscious by the beast. Okay, let's see what this guy wants.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Curse on a lady. Yeah, that's nothing we haven't seen before. Tell me the symptoms.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
I can't say I've ever heard anyone enunciate the words tut tut. That's just bizarre. That's like saying tisk tisk. Okay, I just said it, but I don't use it in conversation. That was just an example. Okay, so what makes you think she's cursed by ill magic?
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her.
There's 2 people right behind you, Guillaume.
Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged. Ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
That is very strange indeed. There's actually this very poetic comparison between love and war. How I was saying, like, you know, war is the conflict between people through physical means, and love is the conflict between people from the heart or from the mind. I don't remember where I heard that from. It's a little simplistic because it really is just boiling down love and war to its most basic ideas, right? So I don't know why I brought that up. It's probably because Guillaume says he said at the beginning that what is love but war? True enough, I suppose. Okay, let's just ask him some questions here.
Sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Fair enough. Anything else?
Notice any other strange behavior? Additional symptoms?
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that.
I gotta disagree. Women that disappear into the night, that's... okay. I guess depending on who she is, it won't be unusual, but I don't think we know anything about Vivian here.
Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
Oh my god, I can't believe I can haggle with this guy. This is like a Witcher's contract. Is it though, participating in a tournament of knights? I mean, I suppose Geralt technically is a knight. He was knighted after the Battle of the Bridge in 1260, I want to say 1269, either that or 68, by Queen Maeve of Lyria. But he kind of abandoned his post, and he became wanted throughout all of Lyria and Rivia. I mean, sure, he was officially knighted, not even by Queen Maeve herself, I don't think. It was by, depending on which canon you actually subscribe to, book canon or game canon. Like, if you think the games are canon, then Geralt was actually knighted by Queen Maeve's right-hand man. What was he called? Reynard Odo. But it was also because Maeve could not speak at that time. She had a broken mouth, essentially. In the books, I think Maeve herself knighted Geralt, even though she couldn't speak properly. So in both forms of media, she had a broken jaw or just some lost teeth, something like that. But immediately after being knighted, he essentially just deserted his company, because he was supposed to serve in the army for a while, but he just ran away. He needed to find Ciri. We'll just call him a knight, I think. Sir Geralt of Rivia has a good ring to it. So, tell me something about this tournament.
This tourney, how's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize, and more importantly, for glory. A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship, and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivian.
That is a man's greatest weakness after all. Okay, let's see how much he's offering for this. It feels kind of bad asking for a raise in the pay, but we are a witcher after all, and this is our trade.
Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
Let's see, what are we looking at here? Oh, really? I thought this would be this grand contract, and he's offering the same amount as someone else would for a couple of Slizzards or a Shaelmar. Okay, fine. Like, Slizzards and Shaelmars, not exactly pushovers, but still, we're dealing with a crazy curse combined with a tournament here. Well, I did promise last time that I would push these people a little further. Let's see how far I can push Guillaume. I'm sorry, dude, but you have the money. You're a Knights Errant. I'm gonna start by demanding 465.
I have comrades I can ask. They would surely lend me coin, yet even that would not be enough. Could you not lower your fees somewhat?
Fair enough, yeah. That was a little high. How about 640? Why do I keep saying 440. Can't read numbers, apparently.
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Okay, awesome. 440 crowns. Not exactly cheap, but this is not exactly an ordinary contract.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride, and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
This is actually going to be tricky. In Vanilla Witcher 3, the whole horsemanship and using a weapon on horseback, you get a time slow when you are kind of jousting with the enemy on horseback. In Enhanced Edition, not so much. I wonder if I'm going to have problems with that. But let's just go down the list here, start with target practice, see what happens.
Marksmanship. Feel I need to do some shooting.
Come with me.
Alright.
The marksmanship contest shall pit you against another for the best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely.
That's because whenever Geralt speaks, he's half sarcastic.
Hit the red targets.
Huh. Okay, instructions nice and clear. Can I? Okay. Boom. Yeah, I'm glad I invested into that time slow ability, and I also have the trick shot, so I can shoot more than once without reloading. So the marksman one shouldn't be too difficult, even though I am a pretty terrible shot with my crossbow, with just aiming in general.
Once more.
But I think that was okay. Yeah, if we can keep that up for the actual tournament, we should be good. Try something else.
Done enough shooting.
Where to now? If you wish to know my thoughts, were I you, I would train on the race course ahead of all else.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Let's try some horsemanship.
Let's do some riding. Roach will like that.
Excellent idea. Come with me. The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent.
How's it a race at all, then?
It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now.
Okay, sounds good. This place is very, very lively, which makes sense. This tourney is supposed to be a grand event.
A smashing place we have, eh? Wine by the barrel, peace and...
Alright, where is this training track, Guillaume? Come on.
All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite a challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow. The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Okay. Hopefully I don't make a complete fool of myself here. Mounted combat. Why is it giving me a tutorial for this now? We'll trigger a slow motion mode. I don't know. I don't know if Enhanced Edition will trigger that, but we'll see. Come on.
Move it.
Let's go. Okay, so our first dummy is here. Yep, as I thought, we don't get any time slows, which means this is going to be tricky. I don't know if I hit or missed that first one, but... Did I hit that? Certainly looked like I hit it. Huh. I may still get a time slow with my crossbow though. Yeah, I do, which is good. 50%, like my perk. Whoops, didn't mean to shoot again.
Come on.
And I also have to keep an eye on Roach's stamina, but I think we're good. We do have that one rested bonus that gives Roach some more stamina. So yeah, the shooting isn't a problem. The slashing of the dummies might be.
So, have you had enough, or do you wish to ride again?
I think we're good enough for now. Whatever happens, happens.
Had enough. Rather not wear my horse down before the real race.
Where to now?
Okay, so the only thing left, combat training.
Be nice to swing, do some footwork, work up a sweat.
Very well. We shall practice infantry combat, one-on-one. Each knight opts for his own method. Rainfarn, for instance, fights halberd in hand. Come with me.
Good old Rainfarn.
You will team with other knights to fight. The clash simulates a true skirmish during battle. Come the end, you shall fight a duel. It will determine your place on the podium. I always liked the duels the best, but now I can think only of my Vivian. In the end, it is good you will replace me. I sense I would simply be distracted this time.
Okay. Let's just hope we can actually even get to the duel. Winning it, I don't know. There is a very distinct chance that I will lose. If I do, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I feel like enough people who play this game actually win that they don't... You guys don't need me to actually win. If I happen to, then that's fine. If not,
stand at the center of the training ground. A knight will approach and challenge you.
Alright. Which of you unlucky knights will be up against me? Oh, this is Donamir of Troy. Cool. Who is this? Delwyn of Crigeo?
I can fight.
Oh, alright. Guy de Boy Franc. I don't know how to pronounce that. Frenay? I don't know if using a magical weapon is cheating, but hey, it's the way it is now. Ow! Oh! That's nasty.
That's enough of that.
Oh, wow. These guys' lance work is pretty good.
I expected you to do well, but not that well.
You know, I didn't really do that well. Let's just leave this to the real thing, see what
I
happens.
think I've seen enough. Sorry to be blunt, but the simplest Witcher contract demands more skill than this kind of combat.
Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your scrolls must be in order.
In other words, we gotta fill out the paperwork.
Hey ho, hey ho!
How might I aid you?
Alright, this is good. Go to the inscription tent and enter the tourney. I'm surprised a knight can just give up his place in the tournament to someone else. I wonder if the replacement also has to be a knight. It kind of makes sense, only knights are allowed to participate in the tourney. But what if Geralt was not a knight? And how would people even prove their knightship? It's not like we were given any kind of trinket or have an emblem to prove that we are knighted. Maybe the scribe would just know.
Greetings. Want to join the lists?
Naturally. We must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia.
What a surprise.
Or as the Honorable Ravix of Overhaul. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests. Which do you prefer?
Huh. Interesting. So the Rivian crest is the 3 trapezoids with the blue castle. And the 4-horn one is the bear with the woman dressed in blue. Little bit of trivia about Ravix of Forehorn. That was actually Geralt's code name when he attended the party held by Queen Calanthe when she was trying to find a suitor for Princess Pavetta, who is Ciri's mother. Geralt didn't want to go as himself, so he came up with an alias just randomly, and he went there as Ravix. Obviously, not long after he attended the party, he was found out to be a witcher, Geralt, but that's a different story. We're not going to be participating as Ravix this time. I think we're going to go with Geralt, but how much did this guy know about Geralt of Rivia, I wonder?
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But I wager you know of which battle I speak.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Kahir and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Won that battle just because we absolutely had to cross the river.
That was in 1267, huh? I could have sworn that was... oh man, there may be some slight inconsistencies between the books and this game. Because the more I think about it, the more I thought this event happened in at least 1268, if not 69. Maybe my memory is just bad, which it is, certainly, sometimes. But, I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. Alright, I know it's so insignificant, but yeah, whatever. What does this guy know about Ravix of Forehorn?
Ravix of Forehorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the ducal archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forehorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion of her 15th birthday.
That's actually right.
This guy's been doing his homework. Even I didn't know, or I forgot that it was her birthday. I know they were trying to find someone for Pavetta to marry off to. Alright, well, sorry Sir Ravix, not today. We're gonna be the good old classic Geralt of Rivia.
I'm Geralt, not about to fight under a false name.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
I'm a witcher. Shields aren't something witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
Oh, challenges, huh? Prizes, you say? Okay, tell me about the challenges.
Guillaume told me a bit about the contests. Rather make sure I'm clear on them, though.
An admirable thirst for knowledge. There are contests 3. A shooting range, where you will compete side by side with an opponent. A horse race, during which you will seek to complete the course within a specified time. Any targets hit with bolts or dummies felt with blade will increase the time you have. Finally, the group melee in the arena, crowned with a duel against last year's champion. As each contest ends, its results will be posted on the board outside my tent. This way all will be apprised of who leads at any given moment.
Cool.
Convenient.
Now, I think we all like to know what kind of prizes we will be striving towards.
Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive a trophy. Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the one and only Cornelius of Isengard, a famed master weaponsmith. Her illustrious highness had it brought all the way from Nazaire.
Not Cornelius from Isengard. I have no idea who that is, but he sounds important. Okay, what kind of vows do I need to take?
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most cherished virtue.
Most cherished virtue. What is that for Geralt, I wonder? Maybe we'll find out.
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow. Upon what would you like to swear it?
You can have a choice here. Let's see. The heron is a bird that basically all Knights of Toussaint swear upon. So that is an easy choice. Too bad we're not really a citizen of Toussaint. They call themselves the Toussaintois. Or if you're from Beauclair in particular, then you will be known as a Beauclairois. Swear on my lady's love? Sure. Yennefer? Okay. That's kind of boring though. As harsh as that is to say. Swear on her illustrious highness's garter. That's also something pretty classic for knights to swear on, you know. Anna Henrietta, she is the almighty ruler of this place, so respect has to be paid to her, right? Or we can just not make any vow. I don't think that's right. So, you know what? Let's pay homage to Yennefer, and we will swear on her love.
I vow on the love of my lady, Yennefer of Vengerberg, to respect the chivalric virtues.
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please, then fill out these forms. That is all I need from you. Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fitted with appropriate armor for the tourney.
Shiny.
You have also been assigned a tent for the tourney's duration. It stands near the arena. Good luck.
Very nice. Can't say the armor looks too flashy. It looks a little silly with the white and red checkers. At least it's not Nilfgaardian formal wear that Geralt so hates to wear. Let's check out the tourney grounds, shall we? Whose tent is this?
Can't wait to take my vows. Off to battle.
I guess it doesn't matter. I don't recognize the crest, so I actually don't recognize a lot of crests. Never really studied them. But here we have, his name was Pomerin, of course. Why did I forget that name? Pomerin de Lawnfall. We have Tallies, Ansaes, Donimir, Rainfarn, Horm, Guy, Linnos, Delwyn, and Geralt. Awesome. Guy, Linnos, Delwyn, and Geralt. Yeah, that's not a language that I understand, whatever's written on this board. But Geralt seems to have a longer name in terms of just the script than the guy above me, Delwyn, when clearly in English, Delwyn is a longer name. There's a couple of names I recognize on this list, in particular one of them, Ansaes, whom we shall meet very soon. No thanks, I won't be having any dog's nipples today. Oh god. Arrest warrant. In accordance to Article 161 of the Ducal Code, the Attorney General of the City of Beauclair has designated a reward to be given to whomsoever shall bring before the court one Loth, son of Mark, alias Half-Breed, or else provide proof of his passing. For what crime?
Move along. I must practice.
Okay, here we go. I guess we can begin the very first competition here. I'm just going to save the game for whatever reason.
Geralt, well, I'll be... Have you decided to turn Knight Errant?
Pomerin. Haven't seen this guy in a while.
Here on a job. You in the tourney too?
Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Rainfarn of Atre. I saw him just moments ago, a nervous wreck, stuffing his nose with fish steak, no less, as if that would aid his determination.
Guessing that's against the rules.
But who's to tell the Nilfgaardian what to do? Listen, Geralt, I've a tip for you. The timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in your eyes.
Makes no difference to me either way.
Nor will it give you any pleasure. Since, as it is, we must both wait, play me in a round of Gwent. Should you win, I shall swap with you. To me, a southerner, the sun is no hindrance.
Yeah, we're gonna play Gwent with this honorable knight to determine who we will be facing off against in the tournament. Sure, I never say no to a round of Gwent.
Never turn down a round of Gwent.
Yeah, well said. Alright, gonna keep playing monsters, I guess. What does this last leader do? Doubles the strength of spies. That's not that exciting. Okay, let's start. What is he playing? Scoia'tael. Alright. Possibly the weakest faction. But any faction could be incredibly powerful if you have strong enough neutrals. Like this guy right here, playing his villain Trittenmirth on turn 1. I'm gonna thin out the deck a bit with Gaunter. I don't think it'll matter, because we won't be seeing a whole lot of spies in this game. But still, he wants to fight. Isengrim is the most powerful play Scoia'tael has, but he doesn't even have the Vryhead brigades to back him up, so too bad for him. Alright, buddy. I'm not giving up this round. So, here's Vesemir. Nice. Round is mine. Oh, yes. I kept Vesemir, too, with my faction ability. I won't be able to really make use of these decoys, so I guess... I mean, I can probably just win this round 2 as well. But, just in case, I guess I'll keep my... I don't know. Yeah, I'll just use these decoys to bleed him out a little bit. Not that it really matters. Oh, I spoke too soon. I won't even be able to use these decoys. Yeah, it won't even let me. Oh, that's tricky then. In that case, I'm going to pop my leader ability, bring back the Vesemir. Alright, so I can just play it right away. And then just decoy it back. Yeah, I mean, this guy is kind of putting up a fight in round 2. Not really, though. I do have plenty of carryover for round 3, just in case I don't win this one. I mean, if he's doing moves like playing Rain and then immediately clearing it, I don't think I have anything to worry about. Alright, he's got nothing. Sorry, Palmerin. Game is mine. I want to face off against Rainfarn.
I congratulate you. We shall swap as agreed. We've passed the time rather nicely. Lady Vivian should appear forthwith. I'm off to face my first challenge.
Good luck.
Fair knights, I salute you. The honor and duty of tourney patron have fallen to me this year. Fight honorably, so that I may bestow upon one of your number the tourney's grand prize. You have sworn your vows. You have readied body and soul. The time has come to test them.
I can see why Guillaume would be infatuated with this woman. She is not half bad looking.
Behold Horm Akispark of the Mechtian royal line. His name's quite the mouthful, a true challenge to rhyme. His targets to be hit centrally and true are the ones in blue. Against him new blood, a knight unknown till now. Sir Geralt of Rivia, give us a bow.
Or just a slight nod.
The targets he must with his quarrels thread are red. May the better man win.
Alright. He has a proper bow, while I'm just using this handheld crossbow. But it's okay. So I'm shooting the red ones, right? I don't want to be shooting the wrong ones. I'm pretty sure we're shooting the red ones. Like we did in the practice sessions. Yeah, he's shooting the blue ones.
Like a lover ghostly grasping, but
oh, look at this. Don't ever need to reload. What the heck?
Joyous victory and bitter
I don't know if that glitched out there, but for my last 5 shots, I just didn't need to reload. It's cool. I'll take a win.
Sir Geralt of Rivia has trounced his foe, pounded him soundly, immersed him in woe.
Your prize, sir. A crossbow adorned with your crest. I congratulate you.
Nice.
Thank you, my lady.
I wonder if it's usable in combat. Geralt of Rivia's crossbow. Awesome. What are the other prizes?
Would you tell me about the other prizes?
Alas, I cannot devote more time to you than to the other combatants. I have duties to attend to. Forgive me.
And by saying that line, you have already devoted more time to me.
My medallion's vibrating strongly can only mean one thing. Magic.
The explanation is disappointing, I'm afraid. The fragrance I use, it's mixed by a sorceress.
To lose to an opponent such as you is a victory of its own. Accept my congratulations as well.
Thanks.
Good work! In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivian occupies. Perhaps you could find a clue within it.
You're right. Vivian's cursed in some way. Sensed it when she opened the tourney.
In that case, we've no time to lose. Let us go.
He wants to sneak into Vivian's tent. Okay, sure. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go now.
It's kind of creepy. But it's for a good cause, I guess.
This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone approach.
Oh my god, receiving that crossbow made us overweight. Oh no, it's mainly because of the armor that we're carrying. Fair enough. This crossbow, oh, okay. The damage is actually pretty good. In fact, I get more attacking power. Way less injury chance, which, I guess it doesn't really matter with critical hit damage. I think I'm going to use this over my current crossbow. There's more damage, why not? I don't really care about the injury. Can I call Roach? Because I don't think I want to run around with, while being, overburdened. Oh god, I don't want to stray too far from the quest, but I need to access Roach here. Okay, good. Deposit some of that, deposit the crossbow, and sure, we'll get rid of the armor too. Seeing as how we won't be really using it.
The two breasts are like...
Okay, let's see what's going on in here.
Claw marks, that's clear. Not sure what beast left them. Just that it's big. Jar of concealing ointment. Powerful magic at work here.
Concealing ointment. To suppress magic, I'm guessing?
Clothing's all dark green and yellow. Seems Yen's not the only one with a fixed color scheme.
No, I'm guessing all women have a fixed color scheme.
His and salts. Used to make compresses.
Someone approaches, quickly.
What happened to hooting like an owl?
You were supposed to hoot.
Yeah.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seeks you in my latest tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here.
Not quite.
Tourney business. Nothing of import.
Yeah, it was just tourney business. Okay. Actually, before I head on to the racing competition, there's one thing I actually want to check out here.
You wouldn't be seeking an apprentice, would you? At your service, master.
An apprentice? No, we Witchers don't do that. Except with people who show a lot of promise. You know, like Ciri. Okay, we're gonna head back just over here. Where was that tent where I was signing up for the competition? Right here. It's actually a document in here that I wanted to loot. I forgot about this one earlier.
A return to traditional
note from the tourney scribe. So here we go. The International Knights Tourney under the patronage of Lady Vivienne de Tabriz 1275. 1275. Okay, so this would be 3 years after the events of the Wild Hunt. Participants registered and qualified to take part in the contest. Gregor de Gorgon, winner of last year's tourney. He shall not participate in the general competition, but shall fight in the final bout against the knight who earns the most points. All signs seem to indicate Gregore will defend his title. Ansaes, Prince of Lyria and Rivia, joining us for the 3rd time in a row. Horm Akerspark, Prince of Mecht, rumored to be the Emperor Amir's blood, here for his 4th tourney. That's actually very interesting. That this Akerspark guy, only rumored to be related to Amir. Cool. Baron Palmerin de Lawnfall, his 6th time in the tourney. Donimir of Troy, a Redanian knight, his 1st time in the tourney. Rainfarn of Atra for the 7th time in the tourney. Victor of the 1269 edition. Guy de Bois Frenay of Metina, a 2nd cousin of Reynard de Bois-Frenay, one of her grace's Knights Errant, 3rd time in the tourney. Delwyn of Craigale, a young knight in the tourney for the 1st time. Talus of Dorndal, a knight of the Order of the Flaming Rose, 1st time in the tourney. Linos of Metina, 3rd time in the tourney. Guillaume de Lawnfall, Baron Palmerin's nephew, 1st time in the tourney. Later addendum, due to injury, Guillaume has transferred his place in the tourney to another knight. Yes. Sir Geralt of Rivia. I want to check out more of these tents, because these characters are very interesting. And seeing as how each knight has his own tent, we should be able to find some secret documents within some of them. Yes, we're being a big old weasel right now. Or a ferret, I think is the correct animal. Alright, here's a letter to Donomir. As promised, we found some documents. To Sir Donomir of Troy, greetings. I have learned from a well-informed source you shall take part in the Knights Tourney in Toussaint. Putting aside the fact of that duchy's dubious reputation, loose morals, tendency for debauchery, drunkenness, and lechery, the fact its noblewomen are said to ride around on horses topless, their enormous breasts bouncing in the breeze for hours on end, and the fact its Knights Errant fight not for the hands of the above-mentioned ladies, but for the hands and elsewise of each other, I must remind you that is a terrain which, to us, to the good subjects of the Northern Realms, is culturally foreign, if not hostile, for whoever is not with us is against us, and the so-called neutral reek of cowardice and treachery. But allow me to get to the point. Since you insist on riding to Toussaint and consorting with drunken knights, at least make good use of the opportunity and give some Nilfgaardian a good hiding. For Redania, a well-wisher. For Redania. King Radovid is dead. Stop trying to fight for your own country. Here we have Ramon Dulac's file. The night of the feast of Saint Nepomucen, two patrons exiting the Clever Clogs Inn came across a corpse lying in the gutter. Both witnesses, Xavier and Bruno, are known to the Ducal Guard as they have previously been convicted of petty theft. Seeing the highly unusual circumstance of the deceased's death, the witnesses informed the Ducal Guard and guardsmen arrived on the scene in short order. The victim has identified as Ramon Dulac, a knight errant in the ducal service. Sir Dulac was dressed in a nightgown and nightcap, with a pillow placed under his head and a bed warmer placed in his hand. His clothing and pillow had been soaked through by the gutter's contents. The victim perished as a result of being pierced through the heart by long claws. The blow was dealt with great precision. The guardsmen searched for any fragment of a 5-pointed star near the body, as was found in the case of Count Crespi, yet their search yielded no results. Witnesses Xavier and Bruno deny having taken such forms of item for themselves. Okay, so that had nothing to do with the knight, but there are two more here. Delacroix's file. So this deals with Detlef's first victim. News: the beast had taken a third victim. It was reported by a crayfish fisherman by the name of Lineth. Okay, third victim, not the first one. The first one that we came across when we got to Toussaint. The beast's dismembered corpse had been found in the river's shallows, tangled in the man's nets. The victim was identified as Count Delacroix. The evidence suggesting this was the beast's third victim were the wounds to the body's ribcage, which were dealt by long claws and constituted the immediate cause of death. It is not known why the beast dismembered the body. Perhaps this was a matter of staging to provoke certain connotations, as in the case of two previous victims. No additional objects or tracks were found near the body. Count Delacroix's personal effects most probably were carried off by the river's current. Too bad. One more note over here. Crespi's file. Oh, okay, so these are like all three victims, if you don't count Milton. Victim's body was found by patrol guard after sunset. Guardsmen recognized the deceased as Count Crespi. Body was found on hands and knees, propped up against the pillory. Corpse was already in a state of rigor mortis, which could indicate Crespi had undergone great physical exertion before death. More likely, the murderer waited for the post-mortem stiffening to set in so the body would remain in the desired pose without the need for further support. Crespi died from wounds dealt by long claws. His own sword, in its sheath, was hung around his neck. He was clothed in attire which, according to his servants, he usually donned for suppers. Lying on the cobblestones near the body was a 5-pointed star made of gold. Nothing has been determined regarding its origin. 5-pointed star made of gold. Could possibly be a Nilfgaardian Orion. Alright, so here's another tent, but this is just the barber. Where are the other tents? I'm sorry to be like taking up so much time just going around reading documents, but this kind of stuff actually interests me, and if it doesn't interest you as much, just skip on ahead. So over here, what is this? Can I interact with that tray? I don't think so. Why is it glowing? Oh, I can. Apple juice. I'm not gonna bother taking that. But I will talk to the innkeep.
Our sweet shining sun.
Talk to the innkeep?
Welcome, welcome. Tell me what you'd like.
I would like to play Gwent, but maybe not now.
Be so kind as to show me what you have to sell?
Not now. We have other things to do. She has a lot of Gwent cards and a lot of different food items, as usual. Oh, this is new. It has to be. Gutted pheasant. Yeah, we haven't seen that before. It's become a thing, apparently.
So long.
Just going up to innkeeps and finding out what he or she has to sell that we haven't seen before. Okay. So our tent is over there because it has the Rivian crest.
We have ceased to succor our ancient traditions.
Baseness reigns where virtue once ruled.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this lady. She's always inside that barrel. I think she's just misplaced. Just right on top of a barrel. She wasn't supposed to be there. Oh, look at this. Kate Merkvid's saddle. Whoa. That's weighing a whole lot for a saddle. You know what? I'm going to leave that be. And this one. Rose enveloped by golden ribbon. I don't know what that is. My manifesto, the like of Jacques de Oudersberg. Oh, Jacques de Oudersberg. Oh my goodness. Okay, the Flaming Rose guy that we took out in like very early in the series when we were doing the Hearts of Stone DLC. Huh, very interesting. The reasons for choosing Jacques de Oudersberg as Grandmaster remain a mystery. The Order of the White Rose had gone through a crisis in those times and was on the verge of collapse, so one might guess that the Brethren wished to have someone decisive at their leaders. Someone with a clear vision. De Oudersberg was precisely such a man. One of his first decisions was to change the Brotherhood's name to the Order of the Flaming Rose. The most puzzling aspect, however, is that the Order and the king himself decided to trust a man who, for all intents and purposes, had appeared out of nowhere. They say he was a wanderer, an itinerant priest who moved crowds with his speeches, declaiming non-humans. They say he worked miracles and showed his flock visions of a world destroyed by the White Frost. He was undoubtedly a man of great charisma, one instilled with unshakable principles, which he in turn tried to instill in others. Was he truly a source? Was he indeed gifted with raw magic talent? That we will never know for certain. I really shouldn't be reading these right now. They have nothing to do with the situation at hand, but it's interesting, I guess. He will never be a source. We will never know. But these ones pertaining to the knights participating in the tournament, I do want to read. I do want to go over. Just so we can know a bit more about our competition. To Brother Talus of Dorndal, confidential. Oh well. Dear Talus, the guiding brethren of our holy congregation have unanimously declared it's high time one of our knights join the lists of the Beauclair tourney. This is an event renowned the world over, and the lack of a representative of our order is a glaring omission and casts a dark shadow on the reputation of our order. Sadly, ever since the death of Brother Roderick de Wet, we have no worthy champion, and our most skilled brother, Patrick of Ways, has contracted scrofula so fierce he cannot mount a horse even for a minute. We thus trust the choice of you, brother, which is natural in this situation, will prove wise, and you shall not betray the hope we have placed in you. Immediately upon receipt of this letter, go to the nearest branch of the Vivaldi Bank, where you will accept a transfer of coin in the amount of 784 crowns. These are your delegation funds, which you are obliged to return in full, plus a 50% penalty if you do not take a place on the podium. Brother Adalbert, who, as you know, has taken on the role of specialist in the matters of the order's view in the public eye, has calculated that a loss on the part of our representative will cause more damage than not taking part in the tourney at all. So you understand our position. May the eternally flaming rose lie your path in this endeavor. Brother Avarist of Metina, first secretary of the order. Man, talk about pressure. Okay, this house, or this tent. We have this one, I know, because this is the Rivian crest, the three trapezoids, and the three lines is the crest of Lyria. So this is a tent belonging to a knight from Lyria and Rivia. Toussaint crossbow. I'm not going to steal that from him, but I will steal this note. Answer Isa's letter. Okay. Dear son, judging by your prolonged absence from the palace, I must conclude you have yet again rode off to join the Knights tourney in Toussaint, despite my asking you not to do so. Twice in a row you begged coin from me for the tourney, boasting with confidence you would win the tourney if you could but have a new horse, armor, and sword. Twice in a row I gave in to your pleading. This year I forbade you from going, yet I see I merely rule my realm, not my own son. Enjoy yourself, but know that your monthly allowance ends today, no matter your place on the podium. I am sending a messenger with this letter to Beauclair, and trust he will find you there. Your loving mother, Meve. Finally, some confirmation that Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia is alive. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy. She is a terrific ruler. Now, all rulers in the Northern Realms are known to be able to fight. King Henselt of Kedwin, as well as, to some extent, Radovid of Redania, but definitely Foltest of Temeria. They were all very able warriors, but none were as able as Meve. She was pretty incredible as just a combatant on the battlefield. And knowing that she's still alive, because by the end of the books, her fate was really unknown, whatever happened to her. All the leaders of the Northern Realms were just like dropping like flies, right? Henselt killed off by Radovid, or depending on your choices in The Witcher 2, killed off by what's Dragon Girl called? Saskia. Yeah. Radovid we assassinated, or basically assassinated as part of a plot for Vernon Roche and Dijkstra, but we also got rid of Dijkstra because he went against our ideals in the end. Foltest dead by Letho. You know, all of these leaders just dying, and you worry. And let's not forget about Queen Calanthe, who was killed during the invasion of Sintra. So all we basically have left is, from the important kingdoms in the Northern Realms at least, is Meve. And she's still alive. Her son is here, Ansais. She does have another son called Willem. And the entire story between Willem and Meve is actually told out through one of those Witcher spin-off games called Thronebreaker. It's a pretty excellent game. Even if you don't enjoy the gameplay, the story is very nice. And Willem's fate is actually up to the player. You can either, I think, have him continue to rule as the king. You could imprison. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil anything to those of you who have not played Thronebreaker. I'm so sorry. But know that the fate of Queen Meve's first son is dependent on your choices in that game. But her second son, Ansais, he's here, and we're going to get to compete with him, which is awesome. Alright, let's scout out more of these tents here. Here we have Geralt's tent. Anything in here? Oh yes, a whole lot of stuff actually. Crossbow, style remover, a nice wine, and nice armor, which I won't take for now. But 3 notes. Noble Alondra. Don't think I need to read that right now. We'll save that for later. Invitation to the hare hunt. Okay. And this one, Guillaume's scrap paper. How many of these are relevant, I wonder? Let's check out the scrap paper. O fair Vivian, thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet. Crossed out. Thy 2 breasts are like jugs of milk. Good thing he crossed that out. And another crossed out line. Thy 2 breasts are like young roes that are twins. Okay, it's a bit better, but still no good. Illegible line. Thy hands are like 2 white moons. When, oh when, shall thou glance at me? Whew. Damn. A man very much in love. And this other note here, invitation to the hare hunt. The hare has been up to all sorts of mischief. While the unicorn slept, he stole his horn. When the phoenix was away, he stole its egg, and he plucked the golden fish from King Cormorant's pond. The Supreme Court of Creatures thus called for a hare hunt, and that cowardly beast ran off fast as he could, losing all his prizes along the way, and found himself a hiding place. Answer the court's call and head to the palace gardens to join the hare hunt. Recover all the hare's prizes, find the hare himself, and you shall receive your just reward. In the name of Her Illustrious Highness, the Supreme Court of Creatures. Talking about that one celebration with the hare hunt. where Milton, the Payran, was the hare, and he just got murdered by Deadlaugh instead. Okay, well, I didn't really intend to go over all of these notes from these tents. So, unfortunately, I think we'll leave this race till next time. I hope I don't embarrass myself by losing here. That will be pretty awful, but as we've seen, there is no time slow from the sword part where we have to slash at those dummies. In the practice run, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I didn't really need to hit those dummies to get the time I needed to complete the course, but I'm guessing the real deal here is going to be a bit tougher. We'll have to see in the next one though. Thanks for watching this time. I'll see you next time.